Pulling you closer, might put a brand new bag on your shoulder. Hit her with the cold, but that shit was dope. No, she feel like I dosed. Like damn.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Ayana Simone, and I am here with my first episode of a Film Girl Diaries. Yay! So I know y'all are like, girl, you always trying to start a podcast and then end it. Maybe y'all don't know, but I did used to have a podcast called The So Bougie Show. But I'm not even so bougie anymore. Like, that's not even my name no more. You know, we did a whole rebrand after college, and yeah, you know, I just didn't really want to be Yana So Bougie anymore, especially like going into like the film industry. I felt like that was a good little college name, high school name, but I just wanted to just be Ayana Simone. That's my first name, my middle name. I just wanted to be me, you know. Because when I get booked for stuff and I'm in the credits, I don't want to be Yana So Bougie in the credits. I don't want to be known as Yana So Bougie anymore. So I'm the Ayana Simone now. But you know, forget the name. A Film Girl Diaries. Like, I'm a film girly, obviously. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're gonna get to know over the next few episodes. So yeah, I think that was a good name. I just wanted to come on here, talk about my experiences. I've been in the Atlanta film industry for a year now. I moved down here July of 2025 after I graduated, and it is now, I don't even know what month it is. Okay, it's November 2025. So yeah, it's been a little over a year since I have been in the film industry. And yeah, I don't know. I've been through a lot over this past year and a half, good, bad, ugly, sad, you know. In the film industry, it was very interesting and very shocking to me. A lot of the stuff that I've been like dealing with, which is not all bad, like I said, but it's just stuff that I wish somebody would have told me I would have had to kind of like deal with before getting into it. I didn't have nobody to tell me, so now I'm finna tell y'all. Anybody that wants to be an actor, actress, director, whatever, anybody that's actively trying to become one right now, anybody that's like me and just graduated with a theater and film degree, trying to figure out what to do with it, you know, anybody that loves film, wants to get into it, wants to, you know, see what it's hitting for. I feel like I wanted to be the voice to come and let y'all know a few things, come and talk about a few things. So I don't know. I think today I want to talk about, I don't know, I just want to talk. I know I want to talk about background acting, because that's a lot of what I've been doing over the past year. I have gotten some speaking roles, feature, lead with short films, but like, yeah, supporting roles, co-stars, feature, whatever you want to call it. I've been getting a few of those recently, but for the most part, like, the most consistent work that I've been getting has been background. So I think I just want to talk about background acting, but I kind of just want to talk about just getting into the industry in general. So I just want to talk about really my experience in general, the first year. So let's see, where do I want to start? Okay, so yeah, graduated May of 2024 with a theater arts degree, film studies minor, well, film studies concentration, creative writing minor. For my graduation project, I had did a short film. I had wrote it, acted in it, helped direct it. My Daddy's Daughter, out on YouTube. Go watch that if you haven't. Part 2 is definitely on the way. Part 2 script is finished. But yeah, so I did that. So that was like my first time doing anything film related on my own. Like, I had never directed nothing before. Like, I had directed scenes for class, but I never directed like a whole, you know, little shebang. But I did come from theater. I've been doing theater since, well, I had been doing theater since I was 14. I'm 23 now. I haven't really done much theater over the past year. It's just been straight TV film, because that's what I've been trying to, you know, get into. I kind of want to get away from theater for a little bit, because I've done it for so long. I feel like theater is theater, but I want to be on TV. I want to be in movies. I want y'all to see me on TV. I don't want y'all to have to leave the house to see me. You feel me? With my thesis film for graduation, that kind of got me into it a little bit already. That helped me get a reel, because I acted in it, so that helped me already have my own little, like, hey, this is me, this is how I act. So that helped me with my reel. That was a resume credit. So I kind of helped myself. If ain't nobody gonna give you a role, sometimes you gotta create it for yourself. I have learned that for sure. So yeah, when I moved here in July, I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't have nobody to help me. So I just used my resources, social media, and I just started Googling. I had like Google casting companies in Atlanta. I didn't know nothing about, no background, no nothing. I just found I found casting companies on Google, and then I had looked up some casting companies on Instagram and Facebook, and I joined like casting group chats, actors group chats on Facebook, actors group chats on Instagram, actor groups on Facebook, and all that. And I was just seeing people posting stuff about like submissions and auditions and stuff like that. So I was just submitting, literally any way I could. Like I said, I didn't know that I was submitting for background when I was submitting. I was just submitting. So I'm getting booked. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm gonna be speaking. No, I was not speaking. I literally, my first thing that I booked was, okay, wait, I have a story time already. So the first thing that I booked just came out. It was called Grits, Girls Raised in the South. But me being me, I came out of college. I did not know, whenever they sent me the casting and like the address and stuff like that, I honestly did not think that it was just going to be at a regular house. I thought it was going to be at a studio. I thought everything I did was going to be on a film studio. So I automatically thought it was a scam. I was like, no, I'm getting scammed. I'm not going to this. They're trying to sex traffic me. Whole time, it was real. And like I said, that show just came out a couple weeks ago. Really good show, by the way. And that was the first thing I got booked as a background actor on. It was like I think it was like a cookout extra or something like that. Like a cookout. Somebody had a cookout. And I did not go because I thought I was being scammed. I was like, why is this a house and not a studio? I'm thinking, honestly, I was thinking, oh, it's certain studios in Atlanta, like you got Tyler Perry, you got Assembly, you got Trillis. I was thinking if it wasn't the address to those studios, it was a scam, not knowing that people are filming all over Atlanta. So that was the first thing that I booked that I didn't go to. First thing that I booked and I went to was for my man. I was like a party goer. For My Man is like a crime show where the girls, they kind of set up whatever goes on for their man. So this one, I ended up being like one of the girls who set up the shooting. I was like one of her friends, and we was turned in the party. You know, I was in the little promo trailer and everything. I was like, oh, I'm doing something, look at me. But anyways, yeah, so that was my first thing that I had booked that I went to, and that was really fun. But like I said, when I was booking, I'm thinking, oh, I'm finna speak, knowing I didn't do no real audition. I literally sent in a picture of myself, my clothing sizes, my age, my phone number, and I was like, okay, yeah, your book, come to set. And I should have known I wasn't speaking because of the pay rate, but you know, it's okay, it's okay. Pay rate is varied. I'll be appreciative of anything as long as you're paying. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna be speaking. Girl was not speaking. But for my man, I don't know if they speaking that. They might, but I think most of the time it's like a voiceover anyways. So either way it go, I wouldn't have been speaking in that anyways. But I did think I was gonna get a little more camera time than what I got. But I did not. But you know, we learned, we came, we saw, we conquered. But yeah, now that it's been a year, I've done more things. I'm cool with background. I don't mind being in the back. I don't mind walking, you know, dancing, whatever they want you to do for background. I don't mind it. It's cool. But obviously that's not the end goal. The end goal is lead roles, speaking roles, co-star feature. So it took me a while to finally get to that, but you know, we kind of in the middle. Like, you know, I get booked very consistently for background, but every once in a while I will get booked for something where I'm speaking, which is cool. You know, you gotta start somewhere. But the thing about being a background actor that I have learned is people think you're just a background actor. I think I want to make that the title of this episode, just the background actor. And yes, you are essentially just somebody in the background. You're not speaking, but you're very important to the scene. Imagine if you watched a movie or a TV show and people are at a restaurant and the lead actors are at a restaurant having a conversation and there's nobody else in the restaurant, just them, no waitress, no nothing, literally just them. Because the waitresses, most of the time, sometimes they'll get like 1 or 2 lines, but sometimes they book waitresses just for background. I've been a background waitress too. You don't speak, but I mean, you obviously making it look real. Imagine if they in the park and there's nobody in the park with them. It's gonna look weird, you know? So background actors help the world look real. Background actors help look realistic. I feel like we're very important. And if you're a background actor thinking about doing background acting, wanting to become a real actor, I don't even like saying real actors. I feel like background actors are real actors. If you can make something look real, regardless, no lines, body language, you're acting. But if you just want to become that lead actor, that supporting actor, if you just want to be a speaking actor, you have to start. I'm not going to say you have to start at background, because some people don't. Some people just go into it. But it is good to get that professional set experience on background. But you're not just a background actor. You're more than just a background actor. You are the person that's making the scene look real. You're the person that builds the world. But I will say there are a lot of people that think of us as just background actors. Like, oh yeah, she just walked past the camera for 2 seconds. She ain't nobody. Or yeah, she just in the background. You can't even really see her face. But it's like, yeah, but I'm still on set for 12, sometimes 15, sometimes 16 hours. I'm still on set for as long as the main actors. I'm still there all day. I'm still getting direction from the main directors. Like, you know, so it's still like you're still working. You're still there all day. It's still a job regardless. But I will say there are pros and cons to background acting. The pros, let's start with the pros because I don't want to just be negative Nancy. The pros will be getting that set experience, being able to be around mainstream A-list actors, being able to meet people, like the community, the background acting community, like the set community in general is amazing. Like from the other background actors, the makeup artists, the hairstylists, the wardrobe stylists, the PAs. Most of the time the PAs are really cool. It's a few of them that's a little shaky. But most of the time the PAs are really cool. You know, you get a meal most of the time if you're there for long enough. Your crafty's cool. Networking, meeting people that are like you, that want to go to the next level, but they're also doing their own independent stuff. Like, I've been in a few short films and indie films and stuff just from people that I met background. And they're like, oh yeah, I write. I'm doing this. You should audition. And then that's helping me get a credit, a speaking credit at that. Yeah, they might not be paying that well, or they might not be paying at all, but at least it's helping you get a speaking credit, which is helping you build your reel, which is helping you be seen, you know, get out there. So I think that's the best thing about background acting. It's just the people that you meet, the environment. Like I said, being able to work with people that you've only ever thought that you would see on TV. You feel me? Like, the list goes on and on and on, the amount of people that I have met and worked with over the year, just from being on set, regardless background or not. And it's like, wow, like, I literally grew up watching you. Like, I love your shows, I love your movies. Like, and this is people that you're interacting with. Because 9 times out of 10, the background actor is gonna be on set with the lead actors, the main actors, because we building the world around them. So we're working hand in hand. We right by each other. Sometimes they speak, sometimes they don't. It depends on who it is. I've met some really good people that are famous. I've met some really trashy, rude people that are famous. But you know, most of the time they are really nice. They're really respectful. So yeah, that's really cool. I love that. To the cons. The cons. The first con is, I feel like being a background actor, you're treated as though you're less. You're treated as you're not important. And not by the people around you, but by the people on set. There has been times where PAs are like rude as fuck. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say as fuck. I'm trying not to curse on here, but you know, it is what it is. You know, we real raw, authentic. But the PAs are rude. Sometimes the directors can be rude. Sometimes, you know, people are just rude, and that's okay. But I feel like they try to treat you like you bottom of the barrel, like you not important. And it's like, if I wasn't here, if none of us was here, your movie would look weird. Like, you wouldn't even have a real world around you. You feel me? So yeah, I feel like, and when I say they try to treat you as less, like, literally, it could be time for lunch. They're gonna make you wait. The background actors are always the last to eat. And when I say always the last, literally the director's little niece can be there and she's gonna eat before me. Even though she ain't did nothing all day, she been chilling all day, she's still gonna eat before me. The actor's son gonna eat before me. Everybody else, the crew, the people, and I get it because they work hard, but it's like, at the same time, y'all leaving me with scraps. I'm getting the skin off the chicken, 3 grains of rice. Like, I'm not really, you know. So I feel like that's kind of like, I don't like the fact that they just make us wait the longest, because I feel like we've been on set all day just like you. Why am I waiting hours to eat? Because literally, after they eat, after all the people, because there'll be a lot of people on set. I don't know if y'all understand. Like, if you're watching this and you're not really into the film industry, or you trying to work, like, trying to figure it out, it'd be a lot of people on set. Like, hundreds of people. Between the crew, the assistant, the directors, their assistants, the PAs, it's like 50 PAs. Like, it's a lot going on. So after waiting for 100 other people to eat, then you gotta eat. And I mean, the catering not gonna be so big. So that's kind of like a con, because they make you wait to the end. Like I said, sometimes they'll treat you as less, like they'll be rude. You can ask a simple question and it's gonna be snappy, attitude, disrespect, and it's like, if the lead actor asks you the same question, you're gonna be so nice to them. But because me, I don't have a name for myself. I'm just the background actor. I'm not important. You feel me? So I don't like that. Also, like I said, I've met very, very nice people on set, like nice lead actors on set, and they're always like, they'll want to talk to you. They'll, oh, what's your name? How are you? Where are you from? You want to take a picture? They'll be nice. They'll be interacting with you, and then it'll be a PA or somebody from the crew like, oh no, you can't take a picture with them. You're gonna ruin the scene, or you're gonna spoil the movie or spoil the film. But then you'll go watch the lead actor's story and they got pictures and videos on the same set. So it's like, regardless, people know they filming, which an actor's job is to film. So I'm like, I don't know, that's weird. And me being me, I'm not even gonna post the pictures till after it come out anyways. But I just think it's like one of those things where they make you feel like, oh yeah, you can't record, you can't have your phone out and record while we're on set. But then, like I said, the lead actors are literally be up here like, you know, I think that's kind of weird. It's just different things. Like, it's definitely power strokes. It's definitely egos involved in the film industry and like a hierarchy thing. And I get it. You gotta start somewhere. You gotta start from the ground up. But I just feel like you should treat everybody the same. Everybody should be treated equally. And I feel like if a lot more people, a lot more of the crew and lead actors did treat people more equally, it would definitely make being a background actor a little more enjoyable. Because it is enjoyable at the same time. It's like, y'all already here getting paid way more than me, and I get that. But it's like, don't treat me like I'm less. Because then you treat me like I'm less, that's going to make me want to leave and walk off your set and never come back. And then it's like I said, if everybody, because we all feel the same way, we all talk about it, of course. I'm just probably the only person that's going to get up, you know, on YouTube and talk about it. I don't care. But yeah, if everybody collectively felt disrespected and walked off the set right now, y'all not going to have nobody to help. So I just feel like we should be given a little more respect, a little more grace, a little more leniency, you know. Regardless, I still show up every day, good attitude, sweet, happy. Hey, how you doing? Somebody could say the rudest, nastiest thing to me and I might snap back a little bit, but I'm still gonna, for the most part, hold my composure, and I'm still gonna be there because at the end of the day, I'm doing a job. And you don't like everybody that you work with. If you working at a school, if you working at a call center, you're not gonna like everybody you work with. If you work at the grocery store, you're not gonna like everybody you work with. So I think of it as a job. One day I could be a part of first team, and then I'm gonna be having to work with these people, and they're gonna have to show me way more respect than they're showing me now. That's kind of how I think of it, like a stepping stone. Like, this is not the last thing I would do. Like, the last thing I would do is not just gonna be a background actor. I'm gonna be a speaking lead actor one day, speaking it into existence. You know. So I feel like because of that, I do kind of try to keep a good attitude. I try to stay positive. I try to just get through it. You feel me? I try to just be like, you know what, cool, whatever. Y'all could be rude, but I'm gonna still be me. I'm gonna still show up as me. I'm gonna still show up nice and respectful every single day that I'm booked, because regardless, we out here to do one thing, let's make a movie, let's make a TV show. So yeah, I think that's, I don't know, that's really all I gotta say about it. But yeah, if you are a background actor, for real, don't ever be discouraged. Don't ever feel like, oh, this is the last stop. Now, if you're just doing it for the money, you just doing it for extra money, or you bored, you ain't got nothing else to do today, then yeah, you are just a background actor. But if you're somebody that's doing it like me for a stepping stone, to get more set experience, to get your name out there, to network, to meet people, just to say, oh yeah, I've been on a TV show, especially, and you're trying to consistently be on TV shows, to add it to your IMDb, whatever it is, don't get discouraged. Don't let them people that treat you like you're less make you feel like you're less, because you're not less. You're very important. And yeah, like I said, TVs and films wouldn't be nothing without the background actors, regardless if you're speaking or not. I don't know if there's any more cons besides just being disrespected. The pay is not that good. I think that's a con for sure. I feel like I'm on set with folks that's making $10, $15, $20,000 to be here for 5 days. And especially when you're booked recurring, like when you're booked for, like, say that it's a scene that they're going to be shooting over the next few days, and you're booked every single day, it's like, if I'm going to be here the same amount of time, the same days as these other people, I should be getting paid more than I'm getting paid. And I'm not even going to give y'all the sauce. I'm not even going to be like, give y'all a specific number, but it's pretty low compared to what everybody else is being paid. There are some that pay better than others. But for the most part, I feel like everybody all across the board kind of pays background actors very low for the amount of time they have to be there, because I can't leave until this is over with, and so I'm gonna be here for 16 hours just like you, And I feel like because of that, it's like, yeah, we get overtime and stuff like that, but I just still feel like the base pay don't never really be much to work with to begin with. But you know, that's why you gotta stay booked and busy. You gotta try to get to set as many times out the week as you can, so it all adds up. But yeah, knowing that, I think it's just like a me thing, like knowing that these other people are getting paid way more than me. That's kind of a con. But like I said, I use it as motivation. Like, I'm gonna be there one day, so it is what it is, you know. Another con, sometimes they'll waste your time. They will waste your time. I have literally had so many instances where I've been on set booked for a show or a movie or whatever. I'm there all day. Like, say my call time is like 7 a.m. It's 7 p.m. I still ain't been seen. It's been like that a lot. And then it's like, oh, you ask, oh, can I go home? And they're like, no, because you might be used. Yeah, but I might not be used. So now I done spent my whole day here doing nothing. And they're like, oh, well, at least you got paid. Yeah, I got paid that little money, but I could have went to work. Me personally, I don't work anymore because I have been blessed enough to be booked so much to where I can't handle a real job and be on set. It's a lot. But for some people that they do have jobs, they might have called out for this, or you know, they might have missed out on doing something else, or maybe they're a business owner, like they could have made the same amount of money in that day versus being, or maybe even more, versus being on set all day and not being used. Another con, I don't want to make it seem like it's so many cons and no, not many pros, because it's a lot of pros. Like I said, it's amazing to just be in that environment, to be in rooms with people that you never thought that you would ever see outside of a TV screen. So that's it. It's, I would do it all over again. I do it all over again. I go and have a bad experience on one set and go to another one the next day. So yeah, I wouldn't be doing this all day every day if it wasn't rewarding. But another con, and then I'm done with the cons, I promise. When the show comes out and you was right there by the camera, you like this, how I am with the camera. You're literally right here. Camera passing you, they're like, oh yeah, do this, do that. They're directing you. You're like, yeah, I'm finna have some good camera time. And the show come out and you're blurred out. Or the show come out and they did so many cuts to the point where all you can see is your shoulder, or sometimes you won't even see yourself at all. That's very heartbreaking. Especially when I'm like posting like earlier when we were filming, like, oh yeah, I'm on set, y'all, I'm working. And then the movie or show come out and you're nowhere to be found. That's like, it's kind of funny to me. I be like, dang, I just knew this was gonna be the one and it wasn't the one. So yeah, it's kind of funny to me, but it's also very disheartening because it's like, dang, I thought this was gonna be my moment for me to be able to make a little post like, oh look y'all, this me. No. So yeah, that's another con. But I love it, honestly. I love being there. I love the environment. I love just being able to be on set. Honestly, 5 years ago, I would have never thought, like 18-year-old me, I would have never thought I would have been in rooms with people that I've been in rooms with. I would have never thought I've worked on movies, films, TVs, whatever, TV shows, whatever, with the people that I've worked with. Being able to meet them, besides like once like a meet and greet or a concert or something like that. Like being able to meet people and we're all here for one common goal, which is to make the movie, to make the TV show. That's so rewarding. And I just love it so much. So yeah, although there is some downsides, there are very good sides. The good thing about it is you can be background today and be first team tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, but you know, because like I said, I've had some speaking roles. None of them have came out yet, but I've had some. So you know, y'all see me soon on TV for real. So yeah, and it's like I've only been doing this for a year. Obviously my background resume, that thing is long. My speaking credits resume is like this. My background resume is like that. But you know, we're growing, we're getting better, we're getting bigger. I'm like being noticed a little bit more. Like it's been times where I'll have like a director or somebody I've worked with, or like a PA or somebody I've worked with, and they'll reach out like, hey, we're filming this, would you like to audition, or are you free to come? So it's like to the point where I don't even have to really submit or audition to certain stuff anymore. So I do appreciate that. Definitely be auditioning every single day. I'll be submitting to something every single day. But it's still like, you know, I'm starting to be a little bit more known to where people are like, oh yeah, she's reliable. She show up. Every time she books, she shows up. So now it's like, okay, let's see if we can give her a line or two or three or four or five. Or 3 or 4 or 5. No, but you know, just stuff like that. So definitely keep showing up. If you haven't been doing background or you're thinking about it, just show up. You never know who's watching. You never know who might be that person that can link you to the next level, or that can, you know, put you on in different ways that you never thought. I've also ended up doing PA work from being cool with a PA before. I didn't really have to, I guess, interview for that. I don't think they got interviews. I think it's like word of mouth. But, you know, I didn't have to look for the PA work. The PA work found me because people were like, oh, okay, yeah, when you were on set, you were cool, you had a good attitude, you worked well. So, yeah, if you want to continue to get set experience, then come work with us. So, yeah, you never know who's watching. That's why I say, regardless of how you're treated, even if everybody on that set is nasty, you still have to be so nice, because you never know. I feel like also with being a background actor, I feel like it's people that watch my stories or follow me on Instagram or friends with me on Facebook or whatever the case may be, and they'll see me posting, and I know it's a few people that'll be like, girl, you're literally just walking in the background, or girl, you literally was on camera for 0.2 seconds. But these are also the same people that will never see the inside of a film set. They will never see the people that I see. They don't ever work with the people that I work with. And I don't say that to be cocky, but I just say that to be like, you know, I don't like when people do that, you know, because it's like, I worked really hard to even get to being a background actor, because they're not just picking everybody. I think that's another thing that people think. They think, oh, all you gotta do is just send a picture to the casting director and they're gonna pick you. Like, no, you have to look a certain way, you have to dress a certain way, you have to really fit the scene, you have to fit the film world, like you have to fit the world of that movie. Like, so I think people think that you could just send a picture and anybody can be picked for background, but no, they actually go through them and be like, okay, this person, that person, that person. You have to fit the world, you have to fit, you know, everybody else. You have to look like you belong there. So it's a lot to even get picked. Like, I submit to a lot of stuff that's just background and don't even get picked sometimes, and I don't take it to heart. I just assume, okay, they picked somebody else because they look like they fit the world better. That person probably submitted an outfit, like submitted in an outfit that looks like they could wear that to set. Probably submitted in an outfit that I look like I wouldn't fit set. Or they might have looked at my Instagram and was like, oh no, she too put together for this scene. We trying to do a drug addict scene or something. You know, so it's a lot that goes into it. But yeah, I just noticed, like, I will get a lot of support, but I also get people. I remember this one time I was on set with Tyler Perry and I actually met him, and like I took a picture and I was like, y'all, I met Tyler Perry, and somebody was like, oh, but you ain't meet Madea though. And I was just so like what are you trying to say? Like, Madea and Tyler Perry the same people. But I get what they were trying to say, like, yeah, you met Tyler Perry, but you weren't on set for a Madea movie, so you know. But at the same time, it's kind of like, who have you met? Who have you worked with? You know? But yeah, I'll have people just kind of give little backhanded, like, congratulations. Like, oh, that's good for you, girl. I seen you in the frame for 2 seconds. Like, you're trying to be funny now. And it's like, don't be funny, because I wouldn't be funny if you got a job promotion or if you got a job or something, or like something good happened for you. I would just be like, congratulations, that's big. I'm proud of you. But I feel like for me, sometimes a lot of people will be like, yeah, that's good, but what's next? Yeah, that's good, but when are we gonna get that lead role? Or that's good, but when are you gonna get booked and get paid well? You know, I feel like that be a lot of the conversations that I have with people, and I'm about to just stop having them. Honestly, I'm about to stop replying, and then I'm just gonna pop out with that lead role, and they're gonna be like, oh shoot, she finally got it. Because right now I think a lot of people are like, a lot of people around me or people that know me or follow me, whatever the case may be, they thinking like, okay, that's cute and all, but that's not really nothing compared to what you said you were gonna do. Because if you know me, I've been popping my shit for years. Like, I'm gonna be famous, I'm gonna be the actor that y'all watch all of y'all screen, I'm gonna be in the blockbuster, I'm gonna be in the movie theaters, I'm gonna be on BET, which I have been on BET already, but you know, but like, I'm gonna do it more. Like, I'm gonna be a recurring series regular, whatever. So like, I have been popping my shit, and I've been popping my shit for years, literally since I decided I was gonna be an actor at 14. You feel me? So they're probably like, okay, so what, when that's coming, what are you like, what you doing? Like, girl, you just walking. And I get it, but at the same time, like I said, the people that always have that energy are people that will probably never be in a movie ever in life. So it's just kind of like, you know. But at the same time, I don't really like that, because like I said, it's a lot of work. We're still there all day. We still on our feet all day. We're still getting direction. We still have to make it right. Like, you can still make a mistake as a background actor. They tell you to go left, you go right. You feel me? So it's like, it's still certain stuff that we have to deal with, regardless if we're speaking or not. We still have to follow set rules. We still have to be there all freaking day. Yeah, I think that's another thing that I don't really like about this world. I feel like people are always expecting so much from you, and my biggest pet peeve is when I get booked or I'm on set or something and somebody be like, I use Tyler Perry for example a lot because I've been to Tyler Perry studio so many times. So I'll be at TPS and somebody will slide up on my story and be like, tell them to give you a role, tell them to give you a line, tell them throw you in there. Like I can go up to this man like, hey, I'm Ayana, can you throw me in there? Like, it doesn't work like that. Like I said, I've met him, I've had conversation with him, but I'm not gonna be the type of person that's like, oh my god, please, please, please. Like, no, I'm gonna just keep showing up. And the more he see me, I feel like the more, maybe one day he'll be like, okay, let me see what she got. But I'm not, you can't just go up to directors, producers, whoever, and be like, okay, yeah, write me in. You know, like, you can't do that. And I think a lot of people think that you can do that, because the amount of times that people have told me, tell them this, tell them that, oh yeah, tell them you need your own show. Like, who do I think I am to go tell Tyler Perry I need my own show? I do need my own show. I don't think he's going to see this, but I do need my own show. But I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to try to find the auditions, and if I get booked, I get booked. You feel me? If I don't, it's not for me. God don't want me to have that role. That's how I like to think about it. My new motto lately has been, God, you're the director, I'm the actor, I can't move until you say action. So that's just been me. Like, of course, I'm doing everything I can do every day to try to get those lead roles. I'm working on getting an agent right now. I'm taking acting classes. I'm showing up to set, whether it's background, indie films, short films, whatever it is. I'm taking the lesser paid jobs just to build myself up, just to get a reel, just to have content clips to submit to other casting directors and to other auditions and stuff like that. So I'm doing everything I can do. I'm writing my own scripts. You feel me? Like, if nobody else is going to give me a role, I'm going to give myself one. You feel me? So it's like, I'm taking all the necessary steps I'm supposed to be to getting that own show, to getting that lead role. But like, when people slide up on my story or text my phone like, oh yeah, I saw you in the background, you should be doing this, you should, when you going to be speaking? It's like, don't ask me that, because I don't know. I'm holding up the prayer line asking for a speaking role at this point. I just don't like when people do that, because it's like, if I could, I would, you know? Like, don't y'all think if it was that easy for me to just walk up to a director and be like, hey, I can act, put me in it, I would. It's not that easy. Obviously, I can act. I wouldn't have gotten this far if I couldn't act. But it's more than can you act. It's, do you have the look? It's, are you willing to lose weight for this role? Are you willing to gain weight for this role? Are you willing to leave your house for 2 weeks and go film in LA? It's different stuff like that, which I am. I'm willing to do all of that, but I can't just go up to somebody and tell them that. You can tell somebody anything. You have to show them. You have to put in the work, which is why, like I said, I'm consistent. I'm getting booked, or I'm at least submitting to get booked for different stuff all the time. Like, I'm just waiting on my time. You feel me? I'm not trying to rush it, because like I said, I've only been here for a year. I worked with a very, very amazing casting director. I'm not going to say her name, but she told me the other day, she was like, you got to give yourself 10 years before you quit in this industry. Like, 1 year is not enough. If you feel like you haven't gotten booked enough within 1 year and you're ready to quit already, you got 9 years to go. Like, I just started. I just graduated college last year. I've done a lot to have just graduated college last year. You feel me? So yeah, I got 9 years left. So if it don't work within 9 years, if I'm 32, 30, well, I was still 32 because I started kind of when I was 22, 31. Really, I would say 30. If I'm 30, I'm 23 now, and I haven't done more than indie leads or more than short film leads. I haven't really gotten, I wouldn't even say lead. If I haven't gotten a co-star, recurring, supporting, if I haven't gotten something, if I haven't gotten something on a well-known TV show or movie by the time I'm 30, I'm done. gonna figure out something else. I'm gonna go become a theater teacher. I always say that. I'll probably become a theater teacher regardless one day. But, you know, like, I'm gonna take my talents elsewhere. You feel me? I'm very talented. I'm very resourceful. I have so many other things I could be doing other than trying to chase an acting career. But this is what I want. This is what I feel like my passion is. This is what I feel like my purpose is. God put me on this earth to entertain, to create, to, you know, act, direct, write, whatever. So if by 30, 31, 32, 33, it ain't work, then it ain't work. You feel me? And it's not going to. I feel like they said give it 10 years, so I'm gonna give it 10 years. But yeah, I'm just being patient with it. I'm trying to just realize like it's only been a year. It's only been a year. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. But yeah, that's another thing that really grinds my gears. Like when people be like, yeah, just ask them for a lead. Like, you really think I could do that? Like, you think if I could do that, I wouldn't have already done that? Like, no, you have to audition. You have to, you know. And most of the time, like I said, you have to really, I feel like you need an agent to get certain roles anyways. Like, yeah, I can get them. I could probably book through Actors Access for, like, a few lines or, like, for a day player or something like that. But to really get, like, a lead role, recurring role, speaking over and over again, co-star, I feel like I need an agent, which is why I'm doing what I'm supposed to do right now to get the agent. But yeah, I'm not just a background actor though, guys. I am an aspiring actress, filmmaker, mogul, aspiring Oscar winner. I'm not just a background actor. But yeah, I love it. I love all things film, TV, everything, because it's just like, it's so cool. Like, wow, because I watch TV every day. I'm sure a lot of people watch TV every day. So it's like, to be on the other side of that, I'm in front of the camera, regardless if I'm just walking past, regardless if you just see my shoulder, whatever, when I'm actually speaking, like, you know, I'm making a movie. And I'm living somebody's dream. It's somebody out there. It's a 18-year-old girl. I used to be the 18-year-old girl. I'm living my dream, honestly, but I'm living somebody else's dream too. Like, it's an 18-year-old girl out there somewhere that's like, dang, I want to be on TV. And it's like, then there's me. I've actually been on TV. You feel me? So it's like, I'm living somebody's dream. Like I said, I'm living my dream. I was on BET September 2024. Like, that was my first time seeing myself on TV. Like, my face and then the BET logo right beside it. Like, I was bawling tears. Like, wow, that's me. Like, I grew up watching BET. I still watch BET to this day. So, like, the fact that I've been able to do that, like, I'm already living and answered prayers, which is why I don't rush it, which is why I'm not like, oh my god, why don't I have this lead role? Because it's like, girl, at least you've been on TV. At least you've been seen. A lot of people can't say that they've been on TV. They've been seen on hit shows. They've had speaking roles on hit shows. Like, a lot of people can't say that, but I can. So I appreciate it. It's a blessing. It's an answered prayer. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. And I don't want anybody to feel like anything worth fighting for, anything worth having is easy. I don't care if you want to be a doctor. It's not going to be easy to be a doctor. You know how long they have to train, how long they have to go to school to even get to a residency. So it's like, I think of it like that. Like, I'm just at the beginning. But anything worth having is worth working hard for. And that's why I feel like I just want to keep working hard. I just want to keep building. I want to keep growing. I just want people to know my name. I don't want to be, like, overly famous, though. I just want to be one of the people I'm walking down the street, like, oh my god, that's the girl from that show. But I don't want to be famous to, like, to the point where it's like, my family can't live comfortably. They can't live where they already been living if they want to. Like, obviously, I want to have enough money to where I can buy them houses and stuff when I get to that point. But if they want to stay where they've been staying, they can do that safely. And it's not people popping up and, oh my god, looking for me and stuff like that. I don't want to be that famous. But I do want to be like I said, when I'm walking down the street, I want somebody to be like, oh my god, that's that girl from that TV show, that's that girl from that movie. I want to be like that, but I don't want to be overly famous to where privacy and all of that is taken from me. But yeah, I just want everybody around me to be good. I want everybody around me to be comfortable. I want them to still be able to have their privacy. But I do want to be well known, for sure. Yeah, I have people ask me questions on Instagram and Facebook, just questions about what they want to know about the film industry in general. Because let me say this before I even go into my questions. I am always here. I am literally, you can ask anybody in the world that has ever reached out to me about anything acting related. They not gonna say, yep, she gatekeeped. They're not gonna say she left me on red, she left me on delivery, she did not reply, she gave me a little bit of information and not all of it. They're gonna say she left me a 30-minute voice note of everything I needed to know. She texted my phone 25 times with 100 casting companies, 100 websites. She gave me step-by-step what to do. They're gonna tell you that every single time. If they don't, the devil is a liar. I promise you. Anybody that's ever reached out to me asking about acting, asking about film, theater, whatever, how I got started, what I'm doing to keep going, how I'm staying working, I have told them I'm not a gatekeeper at all. If you're watching this and you want to know how I started, how I did it, I mean, obviously I'm talking about it now, but like if you want step by step, word for word, bar for bar, what I have been doing to even get to this point, I tell you, I am never gonna be a gatekeeper ever in life. And the reason that I'm like this is because, like I said, I moved out here, nobody but my boyfriend. It was just me and him. We moved out here, didn't really know too many people. Like, probably knew like 2 or 3 people that was already out here, but nobody really in the film industry for real. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know who to ask, what to do. I had to literally figure this stuff out on my own, by myself. And I feel like shouldn't nobody have to do that. Like, shouldn't nobody be trying to figure out a career by themselves on their own? Like, especially when there's hundreds and millions of people out here in Atlanta that's in the film industry. It's like somebody should have been in there to help me, but they were not. And that's okay, because me and God, we figured it out. Yeah, so I feel like because I had to learn on my own, I had to figure stuff out on my own, I don't ever want nobody else to feel like they have to figure it out on their own. I want to be that person to let you know anything that I can do to help you, I'm gonna help you. That's just me though. I don't know what people get from gatekeeping. Story time. I was on set one day with these girls, and they're cool. They were cool up until the point where I asked them a question, and it was like, I don't know, or oh, it's like they just didn't want to tell me, and I'm like, okay, cool, bet that. So I'm on set with these girls, and we're just talking about shows we've done and different things we've done. And one of them said Beyond the Gates, and I'm like, oh, I've been trying to figure out how to do that. Like, it's a soap opera, so they film it every single day, 5 days a week. So I'm like, yeah, I know they casting for background. Like, I don't know how to submit to it though, but I be seeing people that I know submit to it. This girl gonna say, oh yeah, it's kind of like a secret society, like if you know type of thing. They don't post the casting calls, they kind of just text them to you, or if they do post it, they post it for like 5 minutes and take it down. But at the beginning of the year when they first started filming it, they made like one big post and then everybody submitted, and now they just pick from those extras. They don't really recast for extras anymore, they use the same ones. That's what she said. She never told me the company. She didn't tell me nothing. That's all she said was, it's if you know, you know, if you don't, you broke. Nah, but yeah, that's what she said. So I'm like, okay, cool. I go home, do my research. I'm looking everywhere. I cannot find it. It took like literally like 3-4 weeks for me to find that freaking something, the email, something to submit, to try to be like a general. Sometimes the casting companies, they will do like a general extra call, and it's like you just send your picture, you send your information, and if they got something for you, they'll put you in. You can get in where you fit in type. I couldn't even find an email to get in where I fit in, so I'm looking. I finally found it on directsubmit.com. I don't care. Yeah, I'm giving everybody the tea now because it took me forever to find it. Directsubmit.com is where I found the Beyond the Gates background. So I finally found it on there. Come to find out, y'all, why was it the same casting company that I've been working with for years? It's the same casting company that I have been working with this whole time. It's just like a different branch of their casting company or whatever. I guess they got like different levels to it, but it's the same casting company. So I was so aggravated because I'm like, wow, I've literally been searching high and low for this, and it's the same people that I've already been working with. The same people that had booked us that day when she was like, oh yeah, so if you know thing. Girl, be for real. So yeah, I submitted that night. Next morning, woke up to a text, hey, this is such and such from blank casting. Are you available to come to set tomorrow for Beyond the Gates? It was that simple. All the girl had to do was tell me, oh yeah, that's the same casting company that booked us, they do it. It's just a different email than what we submitted to today. She like, oh yeah, so if you know thing. I'm thinking it's like some casting company I never heard of. It's literally the same casting company that booked us for the set that we were on that day. So that goes to say, don't be a gatekeeper, because 9 times out of 10, the same people that you gatekeeping from are gonna find it anyways, for one. But for two, it's like there's enough money for all of us. There's enough roles for all of us. Like, I don't care. Y'all just watching, if any of y'all come to me in my DMs, whatever, hey, I want to know how to do this. I want to be booked. And then y'all submit and y'all get booked. That's not going to stop me from getting booked. I'm still going to get booked too. So it's just like, I don't like that gatekeeping stuff. That was just weird to me. But, you know, it's fine. I figured it out. But, yeah, back to the questions. I had people ask me questions about the film industry. I'm going to answer them to the best of my ability without breaking NDAs. And yeah, I'm not gonna do too many because obviously I want to keep this going. I don't just want this to be one video. I want multiple episodes. I'm gonna try to record and post the episode at least once a week, if not once a week, once every 2 weeks. So I think I'm gonna do questions like every week, honestly, for every video, just because it's so much to talk about when it comes to filming. I literally only talked about background acting today, but it's a lot to talk about, honestly. Especially just when you get into like auditioning, all of that. So I'm gonna just only answer a few, and then I'm gonna use some more like for other videos, and I'm gonna ask people on my Instagram every day, not every day, but every week before I record, more questions. So I'm just gonna have like a little question segment in general. Okay, so first question. How did you get started in the film industry? I feel like I kind of touched on this a little bit in this video, but me personally, I have always known I wanted to act. So in high school, I was in theater class. Okay, wait, because how did you get started in the film industry? And then when did you know you wanted to become an actor? Those are two questions, so I'm gonna just put them together. So how did I know I wanted to become an actor? I've never wanted to do anything else in life. Like, I never wanted to be a teacher, a doctor, a nurse, nothing. I knew I've always loved TV, and I knew I wanted to be inside the TV screen since I was like 5 years old. But I had started taking a theater class in high school freshman year, and I never left theater after that. And I was like, yeah, I definitely want to do this. Like, this is what I want to major in school. Well, I did think about being a journalist because I wanted to be like a newscaster. But regardless, I've always known I wanted to be on TV. That was it. Like, I never wanted to do nothing else but be on TV. So yeah, I wanted to be an actor from the jump, honestly, from the beginning, from when I knew that I liked TV, and I used to always quote every single line from every single movie, every single TV show that I liked. I was like, yeah, I want to be an actor. But how did I get started in the film industry? So after being in theater for 4 years, it was time to decide where I was going to college and what I was going to do in college. And I was like, I want to major in theater and film. So really majoring in theater and film in high school and college is kind of what helped me get started. I learned a lot from then. I took a lot of acting classes, directing classes, script analysis, dramaturgy. Like, I took a lot of classes to help me prepare for the business. And then when I graduated, like I said, y'all, moved to Atlanta. I literally moved to Atlanta. My lease was up July 20th, 2024. I moved to Atlanta July 26th, 2024. If I could have moved sooner, I would have, but that was the move-in date for my apartment. But yeah, like, I literally moved right when my lease was up. So I came out here. I didn't know how I was gonna do it, but I was like, shoot, I'm gonna be on somebody's film set. I didn't know if I was gonna have to start off being somebody's assistant, a production assistant, a script assistant. I didn't know how I was gonna do it. Luckily, I ended up doing background. Like I said, I've done PA work and stuff like that too, but it all started with background, which has led me to doing PA work and stuff. But at first, yeah, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I literally got here, got on Facebook, got on Instagram, looked up casting companies in Atlanta, casting Atlanta, and I found a whole bunch of casting companies and casting group chats and film and Atlanta group chats, Atlanta Film, Atlanta Actors, Atlanta Actors Unite, Atlanta Production Group. It's so many Atlanta film group chats on Facebook. Go join all of them. And not even just Atlanta, like wherever you're at. If you're in North Carolina, before I was in Atlanta, I was in North Carolina casting calls, North Carolina actors group chats. So I was finding like little small short film work and stuff like that, and student films and stuff like that, just being in those group chats. So yeah, literally whatever city, state, whatever you live in, blank, 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 casting calls. And yeah, that's just what I did, and I just been submitting to everything I seen. But on top of that, make sure your headshots are right. If you don't have a reel, put your phone up on a tripod, get some good lighting, and recite a monologue. Do have somebody read for you and do a scene, a dialogue scene. Post it on YouTube. You can post it unlisted. You can post it listed. Find some local theaters to get with. Churches do a lot of theater stuff. Schools might need theater help. I feel like theater is a really good start, and then transition into TV film. If not, like I said, go to like performing arts schools, see if they're shooting short films. Look up, follow performing arts schools on Instagram and Facebook. Everything is social media these days. Follow them, see if they're looking for actors. Take classes, find some acting classes around you. If you aren't in school, or if you aren't gonna major in theater or something like that, or major in film or something like that, yeah, take regular acting classes. You need to take acting classes regardless. I was told by somebody, like, yeah, that degree is cute, but you still need to take acting classes. You done been graduated a year. I don't want to just see the only training that you got is from school. And I said, you know what, you clocked my teeth, thank you. So I've been looking into acting classes as well. A lot of acting classes do free audits, so where you can come for free before you decide if you want to actually take classes with them. That counts. So yeah, do stuff like that, and then network, meet people, anybody that you see makes films, writes, directs, produce, does cinematography, camera work, camera operators, first AD, second AD, whatever it is. Network with them people, and yeah, find your tribe. Background, stepping stone. A lot of our favorite actors started in background. Brad Pitt literally started as a background actor. I just did a workshop with Horace from Beauty and Black, Rico Ross. He started as a background actor. Like, yeah, a lot of our faves start off as a background actor. So submit to them casting calls. Like I said, find the casting companies in your area. If you're in Atlanta, find them and submit to them background roles. Submit to student roles, indie films, whatever. Yeah, that's how I started. Favorite celebrities you work with on set? Oh my gosh, I've met so many great people. I'm not gonna lie, hands down, my favorite, I might be biased, Tyler Perry. And when I say this, it's not even just because Tyler Perry is Tyler Perry, but Tyler Perry is such an amazing human being. Like, he is such a nice person, so genuine. Literally, we were filming, I was background for one of his movies that haven't came out yet, and we were at a gas station, and I got booked with my car, and it was like, the sun was going down, so they like started spraying our cars with water to like kind of make it look better on camera. He came up to my car and he was like, "Where you went up?" And me being me, mind you, I had already peeped him before he was right there, and I was like trying to sneak a picture of him. So when he came to my car, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm in trouble. They're sending me home. Oh my goodness," because you're not supposed to really be taking pictures of them on set. I was like, "Oh my god, he's sending me home." Like, I was like so worried. And he came up to me and was like, "Roll your window up." And I was like, like, he came to speak to me. Like, he could have sent anybody else on that set to come speak to me and tell me to roll my window up, and he came to me and told, like, he came to me. Well, he could have sent anybody over here, because like I said, a lot of directors, a lot of PAs, first ADs, second ADs, PAs, all of them, they be kind of standoffish. They don't really be fooling with the background actors like that. He came up to me and was like, "Roll your window up." And after that, I was like, "Okay, but when we done, I want to talk to you." He came back, he spoke to me, he asked me my name. I told him I wanted him to talk to my grandma on the phone. He was like, "Okay, call her." He was like, "We working right now, but like, call her later." But because we were filming outside, we weren't at the studios. We were at a random gas station. People started seeing what was going on. They started peeping, like, "Oh my god, that's Tyler Perry." So it got crazy that night. So people started running from all different directions, trying to get pictures, trying to just do too much. So he didn't actually get to speak to my grandma. But the fact that he told me to call her and that he would have spoke to her, that just made my day. But also, not even that, that was my first encounter with him. But like 2 weeks ago, I was on set with him and a lot of other amazing people that I can't even name their names because I don't want to give away that they're all doing a movie together. But he prayed over us, and that was like, wow. Like, I don't go to a lot of film sets, especially big film sets, where the director is praying over you. And he didn't pray over just him and his main actors. He prayed over everybody in the room, background actors included. Like, thank you, Lord, for the dreamers in the room, the ones whose dreams haven't came to pass yet, the ones who are here every day on set and not even being able to speak a line, but they're important and they're needed. And like, that's like, that kind of gave me the motivation to even want to get up here and do this and talk about my film experiences, because I'm like, it's more people they need to know that y'all are way more important than just background actors. Like, not even y'all, we're way more than just a background actor. Like, we're very important to everything that goes on in the film production. So yeah, Tyler Perry, hands down. On top of that though, Little Murder from P Valley, his name's Jay Alphonse, I think. He was very, very nice. Came up to us, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all look very nice. Y'all good? Make sure we're straight. You want to take pictures? Like, he offered to take pictures. He was very, very nice. Loved working with him. Let me think, who else? I don't work with a lot of people, crazily. Felicia Rashad, oh my god, that lady is so amazing. She's so sweet. I love her. Like, Claire Huxtable, Claire Huxtable, definitely one of my favorites. She was so sweet, so patient with us. She was, it was Ruth and Boaz. That's that movie. We were on set. We did the club scene. One of the scenes that I was talking about where you think you finna be on camera and everybody face blurred out, that was one of them. But she was so patient with us. Y'all know she's older, and we was just loud. She had to keep walking through. People was bumping into her, and she was just so nice, so sweet, so patient. One of my faves, for sure. It's so many more. I'm trying to think of one other person. I don't want to just name 3 because I've literally worked with so many great people. I just can't even think off the top of my head right now. Oh, Darren Henson, from The Family Business, from Something Art, wherever y'all know him from. We worked on his film Twin Pillars. It was a inmate scene. He had me being a prisoner. Like, what? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was a prison scene. He was one of the best directors I've ever worked with. So patient, so encouraging, made sure we felt like this was our movie. Like, this is not his movie, this is y'all's movie. Like, y'all got one chance to make this right. We gonna get it. We was on a time crunch. He was still so nice, but like, y'all got this. Y'all are good. Like, that was a really intimate set. It wasn't a lot of people on that set. But yeah, that was a really, really good one. He took pictures with us at the end. He was so sweet. You would not even think that he was as big as he is because he acts so, like, humble. One more, last one. Terry J. Vaughn. Her mama got the same name. I worked with her on multiple occasions, and she's so sweet. That is such a sweet lady. She's like very much, she's a Libra. Her birthday is 3 days after mine. And yeah, she's just like very much one of them ones. Like, very, very sweet lady. Love her to death. So yeah, those are my people. My favorite celebrities that I've worked with. Like I said, there's so many more. And they not gonna see this anyway, so it's not like they're gonna be like, oh, she ain't name my name. But I just wanted to name a few because there's really so many that are so good. I also met a lot of nasty ones. I ain't gonna get into it though. A lot of nasty ones. I can't forget my favorite, Miss Pat. Oh my gosh, I love me some Miss Pat. That's my girl. That was literally the first big show I've ever done that I had a speaking role on. Their whole team was amazing. Everybody that works behind the scenes with Miss Pat, amazing. Now I'm done for this time. My dream role. People ask me this all the time. I really don't have a dream role. I feel like I could do anything, honestly. Like, my dream role is to just be speaking. At this point, shoot. If you want me to be somebody's little sister, I'll be a little sister. I'll be a family member. I really do think that's like the role that fits me. Like, the friend, the family member, I don't know. I feel like I could be a teacher maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't have a dream role because I feel like I could do it all. I low-key do want to play a lawyer though. I don't know. I want to play some serious roles. I think a lawyer for sure. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I would eat as a lawyer. But yeah, no, I really don't have like no dream roles. Like, at this point, my dream is to, like I said, be speaking. I done so many background roles. Anytime that I get booked, even if it's just for 1 or 2 lines, that's my dream role right there because I'm being able to speak. I'm being able to showcase my real talent. Like I said, yeah, like, I feel like playing somebody's sister, a neighbor, a family member in general, a best friend. Like, those are roles I could see for myself. Like I said, I could definitely see a lawyer. I could see a nurse. I don't know. I low-key want to play a mom. I really do want to play a mom. Because I am so, like, I love kids. And I'm so, like, maternal with no kids. So I really want to play a mom. Just so I can eat that role down. Because I've been a babysitter for a long time. I have a little sister who I think is my child. Like, yeah, nieces and nephews. I could eat down as a mom. Until I become a real mom. Then don't even book me for to be no mom no more. But while I'm not a mom, I do want to play a mom. What advice would you give someone who's about to graduate and wants to enter the industry? Girl, good luck. No, I'm just kidding. No, good luck for sure. But all I would say is keep God first. Don't get discouraged. You're going to have to take them low paying roles. You're going to have to take them non-paid roles to begin with. But build your resume. Build your real network. Don't be shy to network. You're going to have to. If you want to make it, if you want to really do this for real, network. Don't feel like too shy to reach out to people. You can reach out to me. Anybody that's doing what you want to do, don't be shy to reach out. Because the worst thing they're going to do is not text back or gatekeep. But if you text me, I'm not going to gatekeep. But I'm not nobody for real. Like, I can tell you what I know, but like, it's so many other people out here that really can put you on for real. Like, I can't put you on because I'm not where I want to be. I can tell you where the steps I've taken. The most I can get you put on to is probably some background work, but like real, like speaking, leads, feature, co-star, don't hesitate to reach out to people that are in those positions if you know them, or if you know people that work on set, whether it's costume designers, PAs, whatever. Anybody that you know that you can reach out to that can get you on the set, that's the best thing. Just network. Reach out to people. Download Actors Access, casting networks, Backstage, Direct Submit. Those are like my favorite apps, websites that I use to self-submit. Make sure you know how to self-tape. They don't really do in-person auditions like that. I feel like that faded out with COVID. Make sure you know how to self-tape. If you don't know how to self-tape, you're not going to book. And I'm saying this because I didn't know how to self-tape until a couple months ago. I was literally self-taping just regular, like no background, plain wall, barely any good light. I was doing self-tapes in the car. They hate that. Like, make sure you know how to self-tape. Make sure you got you a good backdrop or a good plain wall, some good lighting. Make sure the quality is good. Yeah, be yourself. Don't be too big. I don't know. I think you said theater major. If you're doing a theater self-tape, make sure you're big. But if you're doing a regular TV film self-tape, kind of just be regular, just be yourself. Not be yourself, but like make sure you're not too big to where it's unbelievable, because I have gotten feedback that they can tell that I came from theater, and it's not a bad thing, but it's like you don't want to be doing theater techniques on a TV show or on a movie. So yeah, that's the advice I have for you. Like I said, good luck. Keep God first. It's gonna be slow days. It's gonna be days where you're not getting booked at all. It's gonna be some weeks where you booked every single day out the week. It's gonna be some days where you're not booked at all. You might be booked one day out the week. I would say make sure you have another stable income besides being an actor, especially when you first start. Like I said, I quit my last job that I had in April of 2025. It is November of 2025, and I have not had a job since, but I have created my own business and stuff like that, so I can still have other income besides TV and film. But yeah, make sure you have another sustainable income, because acting money, everybody think it's so much money into it, and yeah, it can be, and you have to build your way up to that, but I'm still in the point where it's like it's not crazy money coming in. So yeah, don't quit your job if you have a job until you know you can live off of just straight acting. But always keep something in your back pocket, a trade, something, I don't know, do hair, do lashes. I make websites, I do social media management. That's my little extra side hustle. But yeah, stay motivated. If this is what you want to do it, and don't let nobody in this world tell you that you can't do it. Literally, I've had so many people tell me, you don't think you want to go to school for something else? You don't think you want a plan B? You don't think you want a backup degree? You don't think you want to da-da-da? No, I don't. I want to be on TV, and that's what I'm going to do. You feel me? So yeah, you got to stand on your business. You got to stand on your goals. You got to stand on your dreams. So let nobody tell you can't do it. And when you do it, girl, I'm going to be so proud. And yeah, we might be able to work together one day, I hope. But yeah, good luck to you. Do you have to have a degree to become an actor? No. Do y'all know how many child stars there are? They ain't have no degree. Literally, I just went to school for it because I wanted to, because I wanted to go to college. But I did want to learn more about it. It's definitely good to have that knowledge from being in college, but you don't have to. There's so many actors out here that literally just took acting classes. Do you have to have training? Yes. You have to take some classes. Yes. Either you gonna go to school and pay a tuition or get financial aid or whatever and take the acting classes that they offering through school, or you gonna go to somebody and pay out of pocket and go to actual acting classes. Do you have to have training? Do you have to go to classes? Yes. Do you have to have a degree? No. And sometimes, me personally, I feel like me getting my degree kind of pushed me back a little bit, because it was a lot of times in college I was getting bookings and stuff like that, and I had to cancel because I had class. Or I couldn't go to the audition when these was like in-person auditions. I couldn't go to the audition because I had class. Or I could film with them 2 days out the week, and that was only Friday and Saturday. But by Sunday I had to be back in Greenville to go to school on Monday. So I feel like in that aspect it pushed me back. And while I was in school learning the knowledge, learning the business, learning the background, while I was like learning and getting that knowledge, it was other people just hopping straight in the water and going to auditions regardless if they was getting them or not. So I do feel like that put me at a disadvantage. But yeah, you need classes regardless. They're going to tell you that. Even if you do go to school for it and you get a degree, a year, 2 years after that, you still going to have to take acting classes regardless. You should be taking acting classes whenever you can. But it was a lot of good knowledge that I learned. Like, I would have never learned how to write a good script, direct the script, do casting, script analysis. I would have never learned how to do none of that directing. I wouldn't learn how to do that if I didn't go to school. I would have just kind of had to learn it from being on set, getting the information. So I think it was good. I feel like I personally needed a degree to be able to do this, but you do not, unless you really just want to go to school. I feel like if you're going to go to college anyways, at least minor in it. You don't have to make that your main major, but at least minor in it. At least take a directing class, an acting, advanced acting class, like a script analysis, playwriting. Like, at least take those classes. Like I said, I would minor in it if you thinking about doing something else. But I don't know, if you want to just be an actor and that's all you want to do, then yeah, go ahead and go get that degree. Might as well. How do you memorize lines? Girl, I be struggling. I don't even know if that was a girl that asked that. I just say girl to everybody. But I be struggling, honestly. But memorizing lines, you just gotta keep reading that script. Keep reading that script. Keep reading that script. Read it out loud. If you don't got nobody to run lines with you, like my boyfriend run lines with me pretty often. But when he working or something, I download an app called Run Lines With Me. And you record on both parts, but then you hold it down for your parts. So then for your lines, it gets quiet and it only reads out the other lines, and then it wants you to read your line, and then it'll repeat it so you can know if you got it right or not. So I like the app Run Lines With Me. But yeah, you just gotta, all the time that you're gonna spend scrolling on your phone, scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, you need to be scrolling on that script PDF, or if you got it printed out, you need to be reading that script. You gotta just devote all your time to reading the lines until you got them, repeating them wherever you at. When you're in the car, instead of playing music, repeat your lines. Or like I said, you can use Run Lines With Me and then play the lines back. That's what I do. When I'm in the shower, still reading my lines or still thinking about my lines. But yeah, you just gotta dedicate and devote a lot of time to study your lines. But the thing that I love about TV and film, them folks be having them scripts on hand for sure. And of course you can cut. If you mess up, it's okay. Now obviously don't get to set not knowing none of your lines, but especially if you have a lot, if you mess up or you forget it, call line and then let them read it back, or be like, hold on, let me read my script right quick. You can have the script with you as long as it's not in the frame. So just go and have your script, peeking at it every now and then. If you got it on your phone, peeking at it every now and then while y'all filming, before you start, in between cuts, in between breaks, running lines like that. But like I said, there's gonna be a script supervisor on set at all times. It's gonna be somebody on book at all times. Now theater is a little different, which is why I kind of let go of theater. But the good thing about theater too is, like, if you forget your line, as long as you don't show her, like, oh shit, like, as long as you don't react that you forgot your lines, nobody in the crowd gonna know they don't have the script. But you can't stop with theater. It ain't no cuts. You gotta keep going. So if you don't memorize your line, if you're like me, I'm one of the people, if I forget a line I'm gonna be like, ugh. Like, you're gonna know. It's not gonna be, I'm not gonna be able to improv it that quickly. I will get back on track, but you're gonna know that I forgot my line. But with film and TV, it's like, shoot, if you forget the line, cut, start again. Or forget the line, ask for the line, somebody tell you the line, repeat it, and go on into the scene. So, yeah, but I do try to be on book and memorize as much as I can. So like I said, just reading them lines as many times as I can. Cutting down my screen time when it comes to Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and looking at my lines on my phone, or just having my paper lines, highlighting them, using apps that run lines with you, finding somebody in your circle, whether that's boyfriend, girlfriend, mom, dad, sister, cousin, whoever, to run lines with you whenever y'all not doing nothing. And yeah, where do you see yourself 5 years into your acting journey? I really hope that, not hope, because I have faith. And I'm a child of God, so I feel like everything is on God's timing. But I do feel like within 5 years, God gonna bless me with that lead role. God gonna bless me with that movie in the theaters. God is gonna bless me with that Netflix recurring role. So I just feel like, I don't know, I see myself being on a lot of people's TV screens, being in the movie theaters. I see me having at least 3, 4, if not 5 films out. I want to start putting out a film every year, if not more. Seeing myself directing, like I said, having more films out, maybe selling some scripts by then. But yeah, definitely in the movies, on Netflix, HBO, Stars, Hulu, wherever, on a big platform. I want to be on a TV show that I watch. I don't know what that's going to be because a lot of stuff gets canceled. I do want that role on like Beauty and Black or Sisters or Satima, like shows that I actively watch. I don't know, Reasonable Doubt is good. I know that's been filming in Atlanta. Yeah, I definitely see myself being on shows that I watch or that I eventually will be watching. I want to be in some good movies for real. Like I said, I feel like 5 years into my acting journey, what did that be? 2020. I would say, I mean, I'm already 5 years into my acting journey if you want to be real. Because like I said, I started theater when I was 14, but 5 years into my professional acting journey, because like I said, all of my other stuff has been like through school. So 5 years will be 2029. So yeah, definitely want to be that girl that everybody's like, oh my god, I seen her in the show, I seen her in the movie. People know my name, people know what I'm capable of, they know my abilities. I don't want to limit myself to one genre. Like, I want to do drama, I want to do comedy, even thrillers and horror movies, and I don't even watch those. But you know, I just want to do all the genres, sci-fi, whatever it is. I just want to be on TV. I want to act. Honestly, I just want to be acting. I want to be known, but not too known, but known enough to where it's like, oh my god, that's that girl. But nah, yeah. Hopefully, yeah, I don't know, God willingly, I will have my, not my own show, but like, y'all know how like True Jackson had her own show, or like Raven, That's So Raven, or like Hannah Montana. Like, obviously I'm too grown to have a show like that, but I'm just saying, like, I want it to be like main character. I'm the main person in the show, and everybody else's character revolves around like, okay, they're related to this character in the show. I do hope that happens. I don't know if that'll be 5 years into the acting journey. Definitely within 10 years, but yeah, I just want to act. I want to create. I want to write, direct, produce. I might even learn how to actually shoot, because that's the only thing I don't do. Like, I've done so much on set, but I have not ever actually been the camera operator. So I actually might try to get into that a little bit. But yeah, I just want to be great, for real. Do you have anything new coming out? Yeah, I do actually. I have been doing speaking roles a little bit. So I think this one's going to be on Tubi. It's going to be called The Arrogant Bastard. I was like an employee. That was cool. That was cute. I did something else with this lady named Nina Stacks. She is a wonderful independent filmmaker in Atlanta. I was like a little fangirl for that. That's going to be cool. That's going to come out. I got a crime show coming out where I was like technically the main character. I was like the sister of the victim. But I had a lot of lines then. I'm ready for that to come out. I don't know, y'all. It's a lot of stuff that I've done background for that's coming out, obviously, but I'm not even gonna be like, oh yeah, that's gonna be out and I'm gonna be in it, because no telling how much you're gonna see of me. But as far as like actual speaking stuff, I do have a few speaking roles coming out soon. This is the last one I'm gonna do. This is not even a question, but she said not a question, but it was so good to see you the other day. I'm proud of you. Keep thriving and putting over ECU and North Carolina as a whole. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. I love the reassurance. Like, y'all, homecoming was a few days ago, and I went back to the tailgate, and when I said the amount of people that was coming up to me like, oh my god, I see you doing good in Atlanta, like I be seeing you do your film stuff, your TV stuff, keep going, I'm proud of you, like that really, I don't even understand. And not even like for an ego thing, but for a me personally thing, that really just warmed my heart, because not only does it make me feel good that people that I went to school with is seeing what I'm doing, but it makes me feel good because, like, sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough. Sometimes I'm like, girl, you're literally just the background actor. Like, you literally just in the background, being seen for 2 seconds, maybe not being seen at all. But even the fact that people are like proud of me, and that's kind of all they're seeing. Like, yes, some stuff I'm doing more than that, but like for the most part, all they're seeing is like my little background roles. It's like, wow, like that's something to be proud of. So that makes me feel so good. It definitely gives me like reassurance that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing the right thing. I'm in the right career. I got people rooting for me, people supporting me. So that just makes me feel so good. So thank you so much for the kind words. Definitely putting on for ECU. Definitely putting on for North Carolina. Not even just North Carolina, Kannapolis, North Carolina. I don't think it's nobody that ever came from Kannapolis, North Carolina that does TV and film and is acting for real. If it is, and it's not me, I need to find you. But yeah, like, I'm from a really small town, so yeah, it's like sometimes unreal even seeing myself on TV, regardless if it's for 2 seconds, 2 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour. It's always very surreal seeing myself, just because like I come from a really small place on the map in North Carolina, so it's like, what, I did that, like I'm doing this, you know, it's crazy. But no, I really needed that. Thank you so much. Yeah. I think that's the end of this. I think. Well, I know I'm done with the questions, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it there because that was like really sweet. That was ending it on a good note. So yes, I thank y'all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in to my next episode. I don't know when it's gonna be. Hopefully it's soon. Drop down in the comments some questions if you have any topics that you want me to talk about when it comes to film and TV, even theater, because I have a lot of theater knowledge as well. Just what y'all want me to talk about. I don't know. This is new to me, because even when I was doing the So Bougie show, I didn't have my own camera, so I was using somebody else's camera. So shout out to my girl who let me use her camera in college. I did it. I started filming episodes like 2 months before I graduated, so it just wasn't the right time in general. But also, I was interviewing people. I was bringing people on, trying to get to know them. Not really talking about myself. I was more so talking about them and what they had going on. So this is kind of new to me to just be sitting here talking on my own. I do want to get some people that are in the film industry as well that I've worked with to come on and talk to as well, because that would be really cool. But right now it's just me, so I don't really know. I just be talking whatever comes to my head, and a lot comes to my head, especially because, like I said, I just be going through it, good and bad. That's not always, going through it is not always a bad thing, but I'm saying I just be going through the motions. I just be going to set to set, trying to make this money, trying to be seen, trying to network, trying to find my next role, you feel me? So I don't know, I just be talking. But I do want to get some order, eventually get me some note cards, and kind of have a flow of the show. But like I said, this is my first episode. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to see how the people receive it. And yeah, but I love y'all. You're not just a background actor. You are important. You are needed. And yes, you are going to do everything that you want to do in your career. I'm talking to me and everybody else who are aspiring actors as well. And yeah, your career is going to take off. It might not happen when you want it to, but it's going to happen on time. Like I said, you're the actor. I'm the actor. God is the director. We cannot move until he says action. And yeah.